TIFUpdate agreeing to watch my friend have X. A few things happened since my original post. My post attracted too much attention on the internet, especially on TikTok, which I didn't even know showed Reddit posts. My friend's GF, who's always on TikTok, discovered my post and informed my friend. My friend finally stopped ghosting me and decided to communicate, which I thought was a positive development, until I realized he found out about my post and wanted to confront me. The confrontation still needs to happen, but in the meantime, my friend wanted me to repair the damage to his reputation. I made it clear to my friend that I had no part in posting the story on TikTok, I only posted on Reddit, and I was more than willing to delete my Reddit post. My friend suggested that I edit my Reddit post to add all the left out information that would make him look less like the bad guy, like an update post, but from his perspective. I pointed out the fact that my post was completely anonymous and that no one knew who we were, but I might as well have said the opposite because my friend was still determined to share his side of the story. From this point onwards, you're reading my friend's swords, citizens of Gotham. Joking. Sorry. Okay, from this point onwards you're really reading my friend's words. Here's the full story. My friend, Mr. Innocent in all this, forgot to mention that he's attracted to me GF. He'll never admit it, but it's obvious, anyone can see it. Based on that fact, I knew he would agree to watch me have X with my GF. No one coerced, bullied, or manipulated anyone. I only played my "you owe me" card as a joke. Everyone gave their full consent for no other reason than to enjoy themselves doing something kinky, whether it was watching or banging. My friend might have been uncomfortable at the thought of seeing me alls deep inside the girl he secretly wants, but he was low-key excited to finally get the opportunity to see her naked and in action. She gave him a show because she knew he was only there for her, hence her over-the-top performance. Me on the other hand, I was quiet, too quiet, according to my friend's review. That's because I was too busy going down on my GF to provide commentary. I'll admit, it did bother me that my friend looked like he was trying not to laugh when I was struggling to get hard. In the heat of the moment, I believed he was trying to throw me off my game and make me look incompetent in front of my GF. It took me a few days to unpack the events with my GF. Before I accepted that what happened was due to me being unprepared for how weird it would be to have an audience in my bedroom. My nervous reaction was failing to get it up. My friend's nervous reaction was laughter. I understand that now. Not gonna lie, my GF using erecto patronum on me was unexpected and not something I appreciated at the time. Becca used my ego already took a hit, but I get that she was just trying to remind everyone in her own way that we're there to have fun, even though it stopped being fun. At least for me. I tried something new and realized it was not my thing. In closing, I have one question for my friend. Reddit, really bro? That's the end. Copied and pasted from my recent messages and shared on Reddit, as per my friends. Instruction. I'm seeing him in person at the end of the week to have a proper conversation. Fingers crossed he comes in peace. TL. Dr. My friend discovered my Reddit post about him on TikTok of all places and made me share an update from his point of view. TIFU agreeing to watch my friend have X. A few nights ago I, 22 meters, showed up at my friend's, 25m, flat to watch him have X with his GF, 22. It was an unforgettable experience for all the wrong reasons. Sleeping together in front of someone else was a fantasy my friend and his GF wanted to explore, but to complete the package, the two of them had to be more than two. My name was apparently the only name that managed to get two unanimous yes votes from my friend and his GF during their selection process. I leaned towards saying no when my friend offered me the uncomfortable position of being the other person, but I accepted the role because my friend played his "you owe me" card and made it sound like it would be over in less than 10 minutes. I had one job: enjoy the show, but without touching my friend or his GF. My presence was my only purpose. When I entered my friend's bedroom and approached my designated chair, I was prepared for an awkward night. My friend and his GF are attractive people, but I've never been keen to see them naked, let alone actually active. As soon as the kissing and touching turned into stripping and sucking, I was struggling to contain my laughter. It was a nervous reaction that was out of my control due to an unusual situation that was also unintentionally funny. Exhibit A. My friend was quiet, too quiet. Mimes made more noise than him. Exhibit B. My friend's GF must have been under the impression that I was a talent scout because literally any random touch from my vocally challenged friend, like his knuckle brushing against her knee or whatever, would prompt her to bite her bottom lip and moan like she was tasting a delicious dish for a television commercial. Exhibit C. My friend was unable to get a pivotal part of his anatomy to rise to the occasion because he focused too much of his attention on me when he noticed that I was fighting the urge to laugh. I did my best to avoid eye contact since I was supposed to be watching something purposefully hot, not accidentally hilarious. Mid-BJ, my friend asked me what was so funny. I apologized and said my reaction was nothing more than nervous laughter, which was 90% true. The other 10% was me trying not to laugh at my friend being dead quiet while his GFWAS gunning for best over-the-top performance at the Academy Awards. When my friend's GF realized that I was indirectly distracting my friend, she unexpectedly wiggled my friend's flaccid anus and said, "Erecto patronum." That broke me. I laughed uncontrollably. My friend got annoyed and said, "Look what you've done." I thought he was talking to his GF, but it quickly became clear that he was actually talking to me. Based on his feedback, my childish reaction motivated his GF to incorporate inappropriate Harry Potter humor when he was feeling vulnerable. He blamed me for everything that didn't go according to plan, including the fact that he was struggling to get it up. By the time he was done branding me the bad guy, he was dressed and no longer interested in continuing. I apologized again and explained that it was never my intention to laugh or become a distraction. It was involuntary. My friend suggested that we continue the conversation the next day. That was 3 days ago. My friend is still not responding to my messages or answering my calls. I get that I should have done a better job being serious, but I don't understand how all of this is on me though. Anyway, never watching Friends have X again. TL. Doctor, my friend convinced me to watch him have sex with his GF. I struggled not to laugh while I was watching, which became a distraction, and now my friend is angry at me for ucking up his fantasy. TIFU by sticking my ick in crazy. Long story short, I hooked up with this girl I met online. Showered her how to make a couple drinks for an upcoming party of hers. Watched a movie and she asked me for a calf massage. Then we went to the bedroom so she could give me a back massage. Took off my shirt so she could use lotion. One thing led to another. I am 24 and she is 40-something. After we had X, she wanted to spend the night and I said I wasn't comfortable with that. She was not happy about that. I suggested we snuggle for a bit and then I take her home. She wanted me to take her home right then. Completely silent on the whole car ride. I said, "Sorry, I just don't sleep super well with someone in my bed because of stuff in my past." And she said, "I don't fucking care. You're never gonna talk to me again." As we were pulling up to her place, she said, "You know what I'm going to do tonight? Go to the emergency room," and I said, "Why?" And she said, "You can't think about why, have fun in jail, and go tout." Now even though I'm 100% confident in what happened and my actions, I'm still paranoid at what she could do. TLDR is off online date by not letting her sleep over. Now she alluded to trying to falsely accuse me of SA.R. TIFU by complaining about the music when a nurse tech was rooting around in my bladder. So like a year ago, I went to the toilet one night to discover I was issing blood. Dismayed, to say the fucking least. I went to the urologist and is like, "Yeah, you need a cystoscopy." We did the thing. He found a tumor in my bladder about the size of a matchstick head. We cut it out. Tested. Wasn't cancerous. Something called a PUNLMP. I live to fight another day. What a relief, right? Well, I still have to get the ODAM procedure every 3 months to check to make sure the tumor thing doesn't grow back. It's called a cystoscopy. Anybody who is not familiar with cystoscopies, it's an outpatient thing where they jam a camera up your urethra. Let's just say, it's not comfortable. Well, this morning, I'm there. The nurse or tech, whatever she's called, is up in there looking around and for some reason she decides to turn on the radio. I don't know why she does it, but she does. I like to think I'm a good sport generally, so I don't say much, but for some reason during this 15-minute procedure every song that comes on is just fucking ridiculous. I think the first song was Shake Your Groove thing, which obviously I'm thinking of my own thing, during, followed by Cuts Like a Knife by Bryan Adams and If I Could Turn Back Time by Cher. Then Cold as Ice by Foreigner. No, 2 more this time. She yanks the thing out. I'm relieved. I leave. I'm like, I can't be the only person on earth who doesn't like this. Oh well. Life goes on. Then, I get a survey emailed to me from the urology company asking about my experience. I think, okay, this is probably the forum for this sort of thing. I leave very lighthearted advice on this survey. It's a kinda weird to have Cher singing while you're getting a camera jammed up your urethra, or something like that. And not 2 minutes later, just like 10 minutes ago, the tech's boss calls me to apologize on her behalf and say things were handled. I insist that she did a great job and probably wasn't even considering it and that it wasn't her fault and what the hell did it mean things were handled. It wasn't that big of a deal, etc. The boss tells me they put her on indefinite leave of absence for this. And I'm like, what the uck lady? That isn't fair. Is this something that has happened before? Surely I can't be the only reason. I'm not at liberty to say that, the boss says. And then I guess because I copped an attitude with her, she gets off the phone. I feel terrible. I'm angry. My anus hurts. Also, I'm surely part of a masterclass on what the uck not to do as urology clinic. Gah! TLDR. Got a camera jammed up my uck while listening to classic rock, and because I lightly complained, an otherwise nice person was presumably fired for it.